going to take a couple of minutes while we just have a few of you here, and I'm going to talk a little bit about this Cards on Race that I picked up this week. Hillel Brand suggested that this might be a good tool for us. We want to really work on our anti-racism movement as a church, and so we are going to be starting book groups and different groups to tackle this in different ways. So Cards on Race, that's one of the ways that we're going to do it, and I bought 3 packs of these cards so we can think about doing it in lots of different settings and groups and in different ways. So I'm going to read a little bit about Cards on Race so you understand what it is. It's kind of a game, but it's really a tool. So this is their little card about Cards on Race. It says it's a dynamic tool designed to help people examine race in a thoughtful, structured, and engaging way. The deck allows users to develop racial literacy, empathy, and healthy racial coping strategies needed to navigate the world and the most challenging conversations about race. Rooted in the research and concepts of the foremost scholars on race, diversity, equity, and inclusion, Cards on Race inspires learning, healing, understanding, and collaboration through fun activities, deep reflection, lively discussion, and creative practice. Cards on Race is an excellent tool for personal growth. There are no right or wrong ways to use Cards on Race. Be as structured or free-flowing as you like. Accessible to beginners and the advanced, the deck is designed to adapt to your evolving needs. So if you're just coming on, I'm talking about Cards on Race. It's a tool that we're going to be using to talk about anti-racism. And it is a really great tool. Alex and I kind of thumbed through this and looked at the different cards, and I don't know that we learned anything new about race because we've been spending a lot of time watching shows and learning history and reading books, but it's always worth a conversation. And I think that as we do start working on this, on these different aspects of anti-racism, we will learn something. And what I've come to understand in the last few weeks of what's going on in the world is that racism is not a black thing, it's a white thing. It's something that we do as people who are not people of color, and we just allow this systemic racism to go on, sometimes without even knowing it. So I think education is the key, and I'm really, really excited. So again, if you're just joining me, Cards on Race is one of those tools that we're going to have. And I had a couple of cards picked out earlier, but they kind of got shuffled back into the deck. It looks a little bit like Trivial Pursuit with different kinds of cards. As we use the tool, you'll see more and more how great this is. So we plan on starting a few different small groups that will do Cards on Race. Other book clubs, of course, we can't do many of them, but we have a lot of people involved who want to lead these groups. So if you feel that it's something that you want to do, to lead a group about anti-racism stuff, we have a couple of openings for leading Cards on Race. So like I said, I bought 3 of these packs of Cards on Race, and should be a really great tool for us. I think it really is an opening for us to be honest about how we understand racism and what's happened in the world. I see a lot of people on Facebook who really don't get the systemic racism that's happened. Follow our resources that we're going to be getting to you, and let's just keep this thing going. We don't want to go back to things as normal We really need to keep the momentum going and make sure that the way that we are treating this is that it is the most important thing we do. Our country was never great. We always had racism from the beginning. We, as a country, have never apologized for our racism or tried to fix things. We need to do that. We need reparation. We need so many things. So that is one of my biggest prayers this morning. So hello to everyone who has just shown up. It looks like we only have about 20 people, but people will still be coming, I'm sure. Sometimes it's a little hard to find the live Facebook feed. If you have some prayer requests, I invite you to start putting them up on the board now. Hello to everyone. This is so great. And happy Father's Day to any fathers who are joining us. But yes, please put your prayer requests in. There's a 30-second delay, so what you're seeing now happened 30 seconds ago. So when I'm praying, if you get it in 30 seconds before we're done, I might not see your prayer request. So I would appreciate any prayer requests as soon as you can get them in. I would like us all to virtually hug one another. It's so great to see your names. Shash, Connie, Martha, Dee Dee, Barbara. Oh, Barbara, your song was so beautiful this morning. Trent, good morning. Happy Father's Day. So, Sarah, nice to see you. This was a beautiful service. I want to thank everyone for their part in it. I thought it was lovely and a real call to action, which is what the leadership of Holiday is trying to do right now. Call us all to account, to call us all to action. So again, for the couple of people who just joined us, we just received these cards on race that Hillel Brand brought to our attention. And we're going to be starting some small groups to work on anti-racism. And so just keep watching tidings and links that you get. If you feel like you are not getting what you are supposed to get as far as news from Holiday, please contact the office. We just have Peter in the office once a week, but we're always watching email and doing all the things that still need to be done at church. So if you want to receive a physical copy of tidings or something like that, you're not getting the email, let's try to rectify that so you get the news, because we want to stay connected. Please continue to give as you have been. You can send a check into the building, or you can do it online. There are many ways to do that, and Tidings will tell you and give you some guidance. And if you need more guidance, you could call Peter on Wednesdays. So God, we thank you for all of the gifts that have been given, that we can use them to the best of our ability to further the church, our people, our building, everything that we need. God, we know that we continue to be the hands and feet, voice and money for the furthering of all that we do as a church. So bless our gifts, and thank you